Today we're going to be talking about why your company should be looking into SIP. Let's start with this fact. In the next 5 years, it's expected that almost 93% of new commercial phone lines ordered will be SIP. So what is SIP, and why are so many businesses transitioning to this service for their corporate communications? Session Initiation Protocol, or as it's known, SIP, is a converged IP service, and that will deliver the following services on a single internet or MPLS circuit, and those would include local voice service, long distance service, and data WAN service. So what you get here is basically one network, one circuit for local, long distance, and data services. The critical feature that is driving the adoption of this technology is the fact that it can carry local connectivity. And this can include services that are normally provided by the local exchange carriers, such as local dial tone or even direct inward dial or DID service. In many areas, existing phone numbers can actually be ported over to your SIP carrier so that both local and long distance can be provided on the same circuit. Now, you do have to check for portability availability as well as for 911 capability before you provision SIP for local service, but in many areas both are now available. So many businesses now that are looking to simplify and unify their corporate communications, and SIP trunking allows you to do just that. By employing SIP on either your IP or MPLS network, you can consolidate both voice and data over a single circuit to meet all of your telephony and data requirements. So one of the big advantages of this is that this gives you centralized network management, and this is particularly important for businesses that have multiple locations. The carriers now will usually provide you either with a control panel where you can actually manage your corporate SIP network, or many of the carriers provide managed network services that will manage and monitor your entire network, both for voice and data, 24/7. Whatever you decide to do, whether you decide to manage it yourself or whether you decide to outsource your network management, reliance on multiple long distance, local, and data carriers can now be bypassed by employing an enterprise-wide MPLS or IP-based SIP network. So in many locations, SIP actually replaces the local exchange carrier provision PRIs and all the TDM service. And for those of you who manage multiple offices, you're dealing with LECs all over the country, you know how much of a headache this can be. So having a single point of contact and a single bill for all services is now possible, and the average savings by transitioning to SIP is running about 20 to 60%. Another nice feature of SIP service that is much more scalable than traditional TDM service. Usually TDM is provisioned over a T1 or a PRI, providing 24 trunks, about 1.544 megabits of service, whereas SIP can be provisioned on Ethernet in many locations with bandwidth that can be provided not on demand but in much shorter time frames. Another terrific advantage of transitioning to SIP is that it's very easy to create the impression of a worldwide presence. The SIP providers can generally turn up phone numbers in locations both around the country and around the world, and then direct those numbers to ring into a specified location on your network. So for example, if you're headquartered in San Francisco and you want to make it look like you've got an office in Cincinnati, the carriers can turn up a telephone number in Cincinnati, have it ring into your San Francisco office, and you can then advertise that phone number, and it will appear that you have a local office there in Cincinnati. The same thing can be done for offices outside the United States. One very important thing to consider when transitioning to SIP is that it absolutely matters which carrier that you use to provision your SIP service. There are very important differences between SIP offerings. I did write an article recently about this, which you can find either on our website on the article section of SingleSourceTelecom.com, or you could go to our YouTube station for Single Source Telecom and learn more about this. But if your business is now considering SIP, We can help you choose the correct carrier and help you engineer a network that suits your business's specific requirements. Now, we broker services for multiple SIP providers, and we'll be happy to help you understand the differences in functionality and price between the offerings. Our carrier partners pay us to help you understand and provision their services, so there is never a charge from Single Source Telecom to do business to the businesses that we work with. So please give us a call today at 877-577-1954 to discuss your project.